Okay, this video is going to teach you how to publish your web pages on wysa.hbci.com and edit them and then republish. Okay, you need three programs. One is called PageBreeze, a second is Backstreet Browser, and a third is WSFTP. And if you've downloaded and installed them, you need to be able to get to them. I've put them all on my desktop. Okay, so the first program you're going to need is Backstreet Browser. You open up Backstreet Browser, go to File, New, put in the URL, which is the wysa.hbci.com. You give it some name, whatever you want to call it. And then here's where you want to make sure that you put it in a place that you can get to easily. So I like to put things in my web browser under C, and then you see I've already done it, but I'll just make sure it's done again. And then you just say OK, and away it goes, downloading all of the pages that are on that website. I called it some crazy name. You see I've done this 3 times just for demonstration. Okay, so now it's downloaded all of the stuff and made sure that they're synced. We can get out of this. That's the last we need, Backstreet Browser. The next thing you need is PageBreeze HTML editor. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and this is the language that web pages are written in. So you get into this, and then you navigate to, over here you have your navigation, navigate to the place that you put your web page, and here it's WYSA. And if you look in there, you will see it shows all the content index all the way up through page 13. And to edit any page, you double click on it. Double click is to take the mouse and click twice with your finger. Okay, so let's say we're going to edit page 3. We double click on it and we change whatever we want. Now you should know that when something's blue, that means it's a hyperlink. To look at a hyperlink, you go to HTML source, and you see here is the hyperlink. So href equals mail to, this is a mail to hyperlink which mails to Carl117 at hbci.com. Carl Sonman. And then the back A says this is the end of your hyperlink. But normally you're going to be in normal and you're going to just edit things. You go to any page and edit, blah 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 blah. Okay, and once you're satisfied with everything, you can preview them in Preview. And all the links and everything work in Preview because this is exactly how it's going to look in your browser. So you make sure all these pages are correct. And once you have everything correct, if you had bought this version of PageBreeze, you could actually publish it here. But unfortunately, since you may be cheap and this costs 30 bucks, you can skip this step. But you can put in the FTP host server, the username and password, and connect, and in a few seconds it should connect. Seems to be having some difficulty, but finally it did connect, and you'll see that over here there's a public HTML. That is where the files go when you're done. And by double clicking on this folder, you can see that this is where Backstreet had downloaded all these pages. See, these are on the server and these are on your hard drive, so they're equal copies. What you want to do is move them from here to here. But unfortunately, since we didn't buy this, if you try to publish it, it says this feature is available only in the Pro version, which you will need to pay $30 to get. So, no problem. Do all your editing in this, and when you're all happy with it, then get out of this, and we're going to use another program called WSFTP, which is also free, to do exactly the publishing. So for this, you'll have to click New and put in a profile name. You can call this anything, but I just called it the same as the host name, so I put in that. And then you have to put in your host name address. Leave it as automatic detect. You put in username and password. Save the password. Push OK, and this will connect also this is just like the last pane of the last program. It connects to that, and here's your public HTML, and in here is where all the pages are that you need to publish. Now on this side, this is your local system. So here you've got to put in your C drive, and let's just change directory, because you can change directory to C. Remember, it was in webs, but wherever you put it, you have to remember that. And then you can also navigate with this. The dot means go up a directory, by the way. So these all have that. But you don't want to go up a directory. You want to double click into WYSA, and here are all your pages. So if we wanted to publish, say, page 3, we'd click on it, and we would leave that as binary, and then push this, and now it transferred the page from your hard drive onto the server that everyone can see. That's it. And so this concludes the introduction to